Hello, this is Pastor Bob at MarriageHelp.com. The lesson for today is about how we tend to drift in our relationships. I'm a person who spent some time in the Navy. One of the things I learned is the Navy ships, when they come up and they are ready to dock against the pier, use great big heavy ropes that are called hawsers that they throw off the ship over onto the pier and tie them onto posts and pylons over on the pier to hold the ship against the dock. The reason they do that is there's something inherently part of the differences between a fixed piece of wood or steel or concrete and a moving ship that floats on the surface of the water that they just don't want to stay together naturally. They're something that either the tides or the winds or the movement or the wave action or something tends to cause the ship and the pier to gradually separate and they drift apart. That's what happens in marriage. I can't say which one's moving apart. I can just say there's distance that grows between every marriage couple, no matter how strong their marriage might be. When couples come in to visit with me, I ask them this little puzzle. Let's pretend that one of you is on the pier and the other one is in the boat. Distance has come between the pier and the boat, so you can no longer jump easily from one to the other without getting wet. What do you have to do in order to bring the boat back over against the pier and close the distance? The couples will sit there and they'll think about that for a while, and I've had a whole lot of very interesting solutions. One person said, I'll go over on the shore and I'll break off the branch of a tree and I'll reach over that branch over to the boat and have my husband or wife grab a hold of that and I'll pull them in. That's a good solution. Except the boat's just a little too far away from that, and you happen to be in Florida where there are not a lot of trees around, and you get too far away from the beach. Okay, well then I'll take a fishing pole and I'll reach the fishing pole over there and let them get a hold of the other end of it. One will say, I'll get the paddle out of the boat and I'll paddle back over to the pier. Sorry, good answer, but there's no paddle in the boat. What's the correct answer? Well, I'll reach over and I'll just use my hands and paddle it back over to the pier. Okay. I had one man, it was very interesting. He said, this is a boat and a pier, yeah? He said, I'm going to pretend that it's a lake held together with a dam. I'm going to get some dynamite, blow a hole in the dam, drain the lake, and then walk over to the boat. I said, well, the lake isn't mine and the dam doesn't belong to me, so you're welcome to do that if you'd like. What's the correct answer? The only correct answer is this: do whatever it takes. I don't care if you want to use a fishing pole. I don't care if you want to use an oar or a paddle. I don't care if you want to take off your coat and use it as a sail. Do whatever it takes. You see, distance in a relationship is an indication that trust has broken down. And the only way you can regain trust is to work hard enough, long enough, to prove to the other person that you are trustworthy, that you are committed to the relationship sufficiently, you are ready to make the effort necessary to do whatever it takes to make the marriage work again well, to bring joy back into the relationship, to confirm your love and commitment. It's not enough to simply sit there and say, I said I loved you all those years ago standing in front of the church. You have to prove it every day. And every relationship needs to be reconfirmed by those acts of extraordinary effort to close the distance and bring them back together again. No one gets a buy on this lesson. Everybody has to do the same work. You're going to use different tools, and I don't expect that anybody's going to be laying up a bunch of TNT to put into the dam to try and drain the lake. Yours is going to be different. But do whatever it takes. I don't care what's happened in the past. Someone said you can't unscramble scrambled eggs, so our relationship is ruined. Baloney. Baloney. It doesn't work. You have the same job you had to do in the very beginning. You have to win that person's heart again. You have to win that person's trust again. You have to do what you did, even at the beginning that you knew you had to do, to be the loving companion that you committed to be, however long ago that was. And you've made the commitment to continue it for all the days of your life. Until death do us part is in almost every marriage ceremony. Think about it. At marriagehelp.com, we're going to give you the tools you need to get the job done again and close the distance and bring that fellowship back again. Thank you.